For WKNO News in Memphis, I'm Christopher Blank. A Memphis company using a toxic gas to sterilize medical equipment closed down this spring following community pressures. That gas was ethylene oxide. WPLN's Caroline Eggers breaks down what it is and how its use has affected Tennessee.
Ethylene oxide is used in a lot of things. If you listen to an ad from the American Chemistry Council, you might think that society would suffer without it, as it's used in many everyday products.
Drive an electric vehicle. Access data in the cloud. Have surgery. Do the laundry.
But let's back up. Ethylene oxide was first used on an industrial scale during World War I in chemical weapons like mustard gas. By the 1930s, it was being used as an insecticide in hospitals. Today, ethylene oxide is closely tied to the fossil fuel industry, as it's used in petrochemical products like plastic bottles and polyester clothing. The oil company Shell is one of the largest global producers of ethylene oxide. And like oil, its use has some pretty bad side effects. In 2022, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency identified about 24 high-risk facilities using the gas, and both of Tennessee's facilities were on that list, one in Memphis and one near Knoxville. Yolanda Spinks of Memphis Community Against Pollution has lived near the Memphis plant her entire life.
It was just another warehouse. Never knew what it was, what they did, passed it almost every week.
But this one warehouse in her predominantly Black community, which also has an oil refinery, a gas plant, and a coal ash site, had been increasing cancer risk. Ethylene oxide is linked to lymphoma, leukemia, and breast cancer. And Spinks has seen a lot of cancer in her community. The more she learned about the facility, the more it added up.
Being able to look in my community and realize that, cancer doesn't run in my community. Toxic release facilities do though.
EPA finalized a new rule on ethylene oxide this year, but it won't take effect just yet. While Memphis's plant has closed, the one near Knoxville is still operational. Caroline Eggers, WPLN News.
This is 91.1. More news at WKNOFM.org and on the WKNO app.